Good afternoon, everyone. So I thought that this was an appropriate time to give you a quick update on Shop Leadership 2026 Transformation Programme. So you will be aware that we announced to the TMs earlier this year that our TM population across all of our shops were proposed to move to a different way of working. As we went into group consultation, we were in a reduction in numbers situation, which meant that we thought that we had to go through a selection process and we would lose some of the individuals within our TM team. Now, I'm happy to say that that isn't the case, as we've come out of the other end of group consultation and there's been some movement with hours, etc. We are no longer in a position where we will lose any of those individuals, which is just the best news ever. Now, what we still will have to go through is the role focus changes and alignment. So just like all of our level 10 community did a couple of years ago, our TMs will now go through a process where they will share their availability, and we will then endeavour to match TM working hours to the principles of alignment. We will also go through a process where the TMs will select which area of responsibility they would like in their role. So let me just explain that to you. So one of the problems that the programme and the changes are trying to address is the feeling from TMs across, again, all of our shops, is that their role has become less and less structured and more activity has been added into it. So as part of the proposal, the business is seeking to create better clarity and more focus by creating two areas of responsibility. Now, the first area is trade support, and the second area is trade. So in our trade area, the TMs that will ultimately end up working as trade TMs, they will focus on commercial end-to-end operations in our shop. So if there is a trade TM that is responsible for fashion, they will be responsible for the activity from the moment it comes through our door to the moment it leaves our door again. What the trade support TMs will focus on are things that endeavour to support our operation. So in that split, we will see the selling and service coaches move into that area. We will see our VM team moving into that area. We will see a focus from the support TMs around our productive hours, the hours that we've got to spend, our budgeting, our recruitment, our Christmas temp recruitment, our focus on compliance and safety and auditing. So the roles will split slightly. There will be, of course, more TM resource in trade than there will be in trade support. But what is fundamentally important to remember is that whether our TMs are trade support or trade, they are TM, team manager first. And the expectation of all of our team managers in terms of their contribution to our whole operation will remain the same. So the next part of the proposal is that we are going to reinvest some of the money that has been saved through reduction in numbers that has happened in some branches but not ours into a new team leader role, which is in a really exciting, should it excite you, opportunity for a number of our customer assistants to step up into a different type of role that doesn't involve people managing, but involves managing of customer and operational activity throughout the course of our trading day. So I'm really happy to share this with you. I know that some of you have already had conversations with either me, Alex, Tom, or one of your TMs about what the potential of this role is. But I just wanted to take this opportunity, now that group consultation has closed and the proposal will go ahead, is to officially share with you that the role will indeed become a role in the shops, in all of our shops. So what we're just working through now is what is the best way to recruit team leaders. And when I say best way, I mean what rotas, what times of day should they be working, what days of the week should they be working, and how does that fit in with the TM alignment that we're also going through at the moment. But also, how many do we need? So we've got an hour's allocation for team leader activity, but the role will be a hybrid role. So the individuals that secure those roles in the end will spend some of their time doing team leader activity and some of their time doing customer assistant activity. So whilst we've got a pot of hours, the number of people that might end up doing that role will be more than potentially the actual hours allocation, but we just need to work through some of that in a bit more detail. So what I have got to share with you is a little bit of an overview of the team leader role. I think potentially I've covered a lot of it already, but I'm just going to take you through this very short pack to give you some additional detail, and potentially, if you're interested, you can pause on the different slides and take a closer look. In fact, I'll try and link it in the comments below this update. So as I've said, we're investing in a new team, level 10 team leader role, who will provide support to the everyday operation. We've got some reasoning here as to why that team leader role is a level 10 and not 9. We've got some expectations of the team leader. Now, I think I've covered most of these, but what I will add is that our team leaders, not initially, but when they've had the training and built the confidence, we would expect those individuals to be key holders for the shop. So they could find themselves opening the shop or closing the shop in the evening. And also being part of the local incident management team. So either in an ISM or DDM capacity. And I guess what I'd like to say there is that all of the training and support will be provided in order to feel confident in those roles. And it's important to remember that the TMs and ourselves, myself and Alex in the new world, will take on those roles primarily. And then the team leaders will be there as a support mechanism, but we will also ensure that the training is given to those individuals should we be in a situation where we need our team leaders to step up and take on those roles. And then just lastly, there's some really interesting information here around what a team leader is and what a team leader is not. So just for example, The team leader may have key holder responsibilities and be responsible for opening up the shop in the morning, but they are not accountable for partner capability. So it is not their job to manage performance. That still sits firmly with our team manager group. So we will keep you updated with all developments and every decision as it's made, because you will be part of this change as well. So this transformation is not just about looking at TM numbers, splitting responsibility to trade support and trade, and introducing a team leader role. We're all going to have to think about, what does that mean for us? So what does it mean for Alex and myself when post-June there will just be the two of us? What does it mean for the team manager role when there is a new team leader role in play? What do our team managers stop doing that they do now, but invest their time in doing things that they couldn't get to drive better outcomes and metrics for the shop? Where do the team leaders fit into that? Where is their level of responsibility? And as a customer assistant, how does it feel for you as a team leader role is introduced, and instructional direction might be given from an individual that is either a team manager or your team manager? So I think lots of exciting change ahead, but like always, we will have to work through this together. And as always, it will not be perfect from day one, but I think lots of positive change that will enable opportunity for people and an opportunity to run our shop to the best of our ability. So thanks for listening. If you've got any questions, just ask any of us. We're always here, happy to listen and to help. Thank you.